2,200 kilometers with my KTM 390 Adventure R in 8 days through the Balkans. That means Bulgaria and a surprise little incursion into Turkey to visit Istanbul. I have some positives, I have little things to say about negatives, so let's discuss about it. I would like to start with the negative points because there are not so many, but they were quite annoying, so yeah, I would like to start and get it over with. The light. So I had, as you saw from my preparation video, 20-ish kilograms of luggage on the back, plus me as a rider. And when I was riding during the night behind my buddies, they always ask me, why are you flashing me, why is your light so high, I cannot see anything in the mirror. So every night I said to myself, yes, today is the day I'm gonna set up the lights properly, but okay, I always forgot. So the light during the long road stretches, it's wiggling, and it gives the impression of the other rider in front of you, plus the cars that are coming, that you are flashing. So yeah, I think this one can be fixed by adjusting the position of the light more down. It is not the bike's fault, I think it's more my fault, but just a thing for you to consider when you're going in an adventure and you're packing full. Yeah, the lack of bar risers became a little bit annoying or evident during the long stretches of off-road. I like to ride standing. I stand a lot, as everybody should, during the off-road stretches, and because I'm 183 centimeters high and my back hurt a little bit in the long stretches, I could bend my knees and catch the tank, the fuel tank, but it still brought a little pain in the back from the long stretches, and I think a bar riser would help. Again, it's not the bike's fault, this is just the OEM form, and it is just what was a little bit annoying for me. I have changed the tires. I have changed the tires to TKC 80 on the front and Mitas Trail XT on the back. Very nice tires, grippy tires for the asphalt, even for the wet asphalt. For the off-road, they are absolutely wonderful. But one thing that I forgot to do, and you should absolutely do it, is balancing both of the wheels, front and rear. I did it on the hurry, I completely forgot about balancing, and I left like this in Bulgaria, and the bike, when I was exceeding 125 130 kilometers, began to wobble. So the front wobbles a lot, the whole motorcycle becomes unstable. So definitely I think that you should consider, again, not the bike's fault, this is my fault, and these are things that were annoying during the trip. It got better as soon as the tire became more rounded and yeah, adjusted to the new shape after grinding it on the asphalt. But just for you to be aware, if you don't balance your wheels, it will be wobbly. Speaking about wobbling, I was riding very long stretches of highway from Istanbul back to Bulgaria, more than 1.5 2 hours of highway riding at a time. And of course, because they are very vast highways in Turkey, they are exposed, and we had a lot of lateral wind. When I first entered the highway, the wind was so strong and the feeling was so terrifying that I felt that I was losing control of the motorcycle, because it was a lateral wind and My handlebars were not behaving correctly. The bike was moving from left to right. It was a terrifying feeling. But at some point, because I felt some pain because of the same position riding, I moved my body towards the back, towards the very close to the passenger position, to the passenger seat. Because I moved my body back, my hand became straight and locked the handlebar. Guys, from that moment on, no matter how much wind we had, no matter how windy it get from left, from right, from the front, it's not important. From the moment I locked my hands like this and I stayed in the widest part of the saddle, nothing happened. The bike was stable as a train on the tracks. So be aware if you are doing highway stretches and you feel that the wind is blowing you away from your lane, just move your body, move your butt a little bit to the back, lock your your arms like a triangle here between my arms and the handlebar, and stay like that. The bike will become very, very stable. What is wrong with you? Another, let's say, negative in and annoying thing in the OEM form of the motorcycle is that there are no handlebars, grab handles. I dropped the bike once during all these days, and yeah, there was nothing for me to grab on, no handles, no nothing, so it was a little bit tricky, difficult to put it back on the wheels. Just for you to know that if you do drop it, it will be a little bit more difficult to put it back up if you don't have something to grab on. And another thing, if you do happen to have a flat tire, because it might happen, it didn't happen for any of us this trip, but it might happen. For this I have a trail stand from Rolling Mavericks, and thank you so much, David, for giving me this trail stand. I did not manage to use it because, okay, I was lucky. But yeah, Rolling Mavericks, David from Rolling Mavericks sent to me this trail stand, which is absolutely amazing. It's a stand that helps you put up the rear or the front wheel. And speaking about that, the rear wheel, yes, you can put your motorcycle, you can put the stand and use the rear fork of the motorcycle, or there are plenty of points for you to put your side stand, your trail stand, and to lift the motorcycle, thus releasing the rear wheel. But for the front, there's nothing. It's very, very tricky. The stand was not high enough. I also tried with my buddy's Gabriel stand. We couldn't find any point for the jack, for the stand to go in and to lift the front wheel. Because I have the OEM bash plate, I was reluctant to put the stand on that plate and to leave the entire weight of the motorcycle on the bash plate. So beware, if you still have the original bash plate which is mounted to the engine, it will be tricky for you to find a point to lift the bike up. Now, because yeah, these were, let's say, the annoying things that I could find on my trip, let's talk about the positives and why this motorcycle is so amazing. Firstly, let's address the concern that this motorcycle sparkled so many debates on the internet, and that is the power, the stalling issues, the flame outs. Since day one until the last day that I've returned home, this motorcycle started absolutely perfectly. In the morning, in the evening, cold start, hot start, during the ride start. So I had never had an issue with this motorcycle not starting or trying to start and then stopping and then trying again. Never happened to me. It started right at first time, every time. Flameouts. Never had flameouts. Nor from the sixth gear coming to a stop or from the fifth gear coming to a stop. Never had any flameouts. This didn't happen on the street and on the off-road, the flameouts. Never had any stopping issues with the motorcycle. Now, please note that I have disabled my quick stand, side stand sensor by using a magnet, because I was afraid that when I was riding on a rocky section or I was jumping the motorcycle, the stand will go down and stop my engine. So I have disabled it. Thus, I had any problem. Now I will put it back and wait for the recall of the dealer to have it run properly. The recall of the side stand and of the spring. But in terms of stopping, never had any problems. Now the power. Because I knew what to expect and what to demand from this motorcycle, I knew how to keep it up in the revs. So 4,000 and above, 3,500 and above, and there were no slopes, no descents, no slides or fast sections that this motorcycle couldn't take. This KTM 390 earned the respect of the big boys, the 790, the 890, the Tenere 700. We had CF Moto 450, as you will see in the Big 4 movie. I had never had a problem with power, nor going up or down or sliding or fast section, nothing. It just is on par with any other motorcycle on the off-road. It's just depending on the skill of the rider, because you might have with you Desert X, you might have with you 890, 790, whatever type of 100 plus horsepower motorcycle, but if the rider's skill are not enough, everybody is equal. Me with the 44 horsepower and the other guy with the 100 horsepower. The horsepower is nothing when you have equal skills. So yeah, never had any type of issues or, let's say, frustrations with the motorcycle being underpowered. No such thing. The comfort is absolutely great. I remember I read a thread on the 390 forum saying that please guys, hang in there, resist, because the seat will break in and it will get better. And it is true. It is absolutely true. Believe me, we rode 8 days, right? Many hundreds of kilometers, hours at a time. I've never had any issues. If you stop every 1.5 hours or every 2 hours of riding, you will never have any issues. Any issues with this seat, I will not change it. I will spend money for nothing. So, in my opinion, there is nothing to change. No alarms or errors or messages on the display from the motorcycle in any situation or any condition. I pressure washed it. I've dropped the bike once. I crossed some rivers, some streams. Never had any problem. The traction control is absolutely amazing. You don't know when it's there, when it comes on to help you, but for sure it's coming on to help you, because I always had traction. The Balkans are either rocky or very, very sandy with some surface sand in the forest of 1 or 2 centimeters, and this motorcycle never gave me surprises or emotions that it was not keeping the traction on. The front ABS or the off-road ABS, again, not intrusive. It's more helping than not helping. So always depend on your front brake to have the stopping power when going down, and of course the rear brake, which is a little bit easier to block than other bikes. You have to modulate it a little bit careful, but when you get the drill, you will have no issues. So use your front brake for stopping power and the rear brake for stabilization. There is no slope you cannot go down to. The wind protection, again, as I said in my initial review, is absolutely perfect. Using my Liat 8.5 helmet, no issues. When I turned back, I removed the peak of the helmet, so it was even better. Yeah, so no problems here with the wind protection. Now, the saddle system, the Kriega saddle system, I'm happy to report that it worked perfectly. The saddles do not flap. They are very stable on the motorcycle, and I am super happy with my choice. Now, the suspension. The front suspension is perfect. I will not do anything to it because it soaks up all the bumps, all the rocks, the ruts, the baby heads, anything you throw at it. Mind you, I am 95 kilograms without my luggage, without my equipment, probably 100 and 102 kilograms with full gear on. So if you tweak your suspension, your rebound and your compression damping, you will have no problems. The rear suspension though, yeah, I've bottomed the rear suspension many times during the jumps, crossing from one rut to the other, during the fast section when I was trying to bunny hop the motorcycle. So I have reached the limit of my spring. Even when I did before leaving the rider sag, it was evident that we were missing 3 centimeters to have a correct 1/3 of the travel. So yeah, I will change the spring to my correct weight, and I'm absolutely sure that it will not bottom out again or have any other problems. I rode the bike without the decat kit because it still did not arrive. I think tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, anyway, this week will arrive. So I rode it in its OEM form without any problems. The sound was perfect, not bothering people, home, animals, or anything. So yeah, no, absolutely no problems here. Guys, in my one thing, please, because I had it one time, at least now in the beginning, when you're going out in the off-road and you're going back home at the evening or at the campsite, please check your bolts. I had one time this brake pedal bolt coming loose. It was moving by hand, so I had to tighten it. But every 2 days or every day, every evening, take your Allen key and check all the bolts from the pedal, brake pedal, from the lever, the switch gear lever, and yeah, it's absolutely perfect. You all know that I have cruise control on it and quick shifter. As I was bragging before during my reviews, the quick shifter works like butter. It's unbelievable. You cannot imagine. It's perfect. The quick shifter is absolutely very useful if you want to buy it, if you're going to use this motorcycle for adventures that implies long highway trips. Please have the cruise control. It is so useful. It is so nice to have it. You just put your motorcycle up to a certain speed, lock your hands, and just stay like that for hours. It's absolutely great. I would not take this motorcycle without the cruise control. So for me, it worked perfectly. I don't know if you like it or not, or if you consider it a useful accessory or nice to have. But yeah, it worked for me. I would not ride this motorcycle without cruise control, because I'm gonna use it for long adventures. That means long highway stretches and long road stretches, which the quick shifter will shine for sure. Now, before wrapping up this video, let me give you a small tip. Maybe you will use it, maybe not. So these are marks, these brown things, marks from the boot. This is on the right side. Let me show you also the left side. Yeah, you see? So the boot is leaving some nasty marks on the motorcycle. Let me show you how to magically take them out. So what I have here is a Scotch-Brite magic sponge. It's a melamine sponge. It is very, very, very cheap. And for this, let's put some water. This is normal water. I'm gonna put it on the sponge and just use it to clean the nasty spots. Now let me show you the result. Guys, this is the region that I cleaned with the melamine sponge, with the magic sponge. This is where I did not clean, right? So the result is pretty amazing, right? So this is what you need to use and we need to use to clean the plastics on our bikes, because for sure the boots will leave the marks on the plastics. Now I'm going to continue to clean also this side, also here on the right side. But please believe me, a very cheap solution and your bike will look like brand new. I am working on the movie of our adventure. It will take some time because there are more than 450 gigabytes of video footage to go through. But believe me, it will be worth it. It will come soon. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you did not, it would help me a lot. More content for the KTM 390 will come, so please stay tuned. Enjoy the rest of the season, what's left of it, and yeah, just stay safe out there and see you on the next one. Ciao.